Hi, everybody. Agent DK here with your September Ottawa real estate market update. The stats are in. Let's dive in. So, overall, we had 1,089 units sold in the month of September. Now, that's 2.4% higher than September 2024 sales. The benchmark price came in at $627,000. That's 1.1% higher than September of last year. For townhomes, we had 343 sales. That's a 32.9% jump over September 2024. The benchmark price for townhomes was 462,800. That's a 7.8% increase over September 2024. Now, keep something in mind. Just because the numbers are up this September over last September, that's not giving you a full picture. That's only telling you that this September so far outperformed last September, but last September was pretty rough. Let's look at single family homes. There was 561 sales in single family homes in Ottawa in September of 2025. That's minus 2.8%, so 2.8% less than September last year. Not surprising considering the state of the economy, the state of the world with the tariffs that are going on across the border, and with interest rates and a lot of people's mortgages coming up for renewal. A lot of people are buying townhomes, they're downsizing. When it comes to apartments, now here's the big one. Units sold 164, that's down 19% over last year. The benchmark price, $408,000, that's down 1.7% for condos. The absorption rate, now the absorption rate tells us if we're in a seller's market, a balanced market, or a buyer's market, okay? Right now, we're at 4 months supply. 4 to 6 months tells us that we're in a buyer's market. Now, I always feel that these stats are always a little bit late because I could have told you we were in a buyer's market like 3 to 4 months ago. It depends on the house, it depends on the street, it depends on the area. But if you have a typical cookie cutter house with not many features and upgrades above and beyond what the builder provided you from the build, you're going to have a harder time unless you price it aggressively and less than what your neighbors are selling for. There's only two ways buyers find value, right? More features and benefits for the same price, or a far less price where the buyer can put in their own money and add their own features and benefits. We are still getting homes listed. We are still getting condos listed and getting them sold. Yes, it's taking slightly longer than it would have a couple of years ago, but we're still getting the job done. So if you know of anybody that's thinking of buying or selling, please reach out to us, because there's a lot of people that are struggling right now simply because they're working with people that haven't been in a market like this before. We've seen this kind of market before. We know how to adapt. We know how to get the job done. So if you are thinking of buying or selling, or if you know of anyone that's on the market that's struggling to get their home sold and they're not happy with the results, we are happy to talk to people if they're not under contract. We're not allowed to solicit anyone who's currently under contract. But if someone's contract has come to an end and they still have motivation to sell, we would be happy to take them on because we're known for getting the job done when no one else can. Now, after talking to some of our mortgage brokers, they've told me that many mortgages are coming up for renewal in the next 12 months that there are people that have locked in their mortgages 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. And a lot of these people locked in at 1.8 to 2.5%, let's say. And now they're going to be renewing at 3.95 to 4.5, which means they're people that are in their existing homes. A lot of them, their mortgage payments are going to be going up significantly. So what we're seeing a lot of people actually sell and rent so that they can, make it easier on their monthly expenses, which is causing the inventory to go up dramatically. So what's happening now is the inventory is outpacing the sales by about 2 to 1. So if you are thinking of selling, I would definitely recommend that you reach out to us so that we can look at your current home and your situation. Like I said prior, every situation is different. Every home is different. Some homes are selling in less than a week, okay, and some homes will not. They'll take longer. So again, please reach out to us if you have any questions. We're always going to be giving you guys these updates to keep you informed, and try and stay away from the news because they're always painting everything with a bad brush, and it's not doom and gloom. Yes, it's not as hot as it was during the pandemic, but by the way, that's normal, and we're back to buyers having choices. And when they have choices, they're going to look around and look at 6 to 10 properties before they make a decision, sometimes more than that. So this is normal. And thank you for your time. And we'll be back next month with your October update. Have a good day, everybody.